Purposely. Your life, God's purpose. Listen at purposely.com.
Hey friend, I'm Julie Lyles Carr, and this is God on the Go, where we help you make the minutes matter. We're part of the Purposely Podcast Network. We've had a little break over the summer, and now as you're getting ready to go back to school and back into soccer practice and back into band practice and all the things you're doing, we're back. I wonder what you did over the summer. Did you take some trips? Did you go to the beach? What was it for you? What did you do this summer? Maybe you found yourself just taking some long days and playing some video games, hanging out with your friends. I did something this summer that was kind of unique. I took everything out of my closet. And I mean everything. I ripped out all the shelves. I ripped out all of the hanging rods, all the things, and I redid my whole closet. Now, I will promise you that it's not quite perfect. It has some things I need to patch and work on. But here was what was so interesting about completely redoing my closet. It meant that I put things back in different places. Clothes that used to hang over here on the right-hand side were now hanging on the left-hand side. The drawers that I used to walk out into my bedroom to go through were now in the closet. And you know what that means? I cannot tell you the number of times that I would go looking for a pair of socks. I would walk back out into my bedroom and then remember, oh no, wait a minute. The socks are now in a drawer in the closet. I had changed where things were, and I was still often going back to living the same routine. My brain is so used to going out to a particular drawer in my bedroom, not in the closet, to look for socks, that I am still having to unlearn and relearn some new routines, some new habits for this new season with this closet that I redid. And I have a feeling you can probably relate to that when it comes to this new school year. There are probably some things from last year that you're used to doing. You're used to going to a certain classroom. You're used to getting up at a certain time. You're used to making a certain kind of breakfast. That can be kind of hard, right? For our brains to catch up to what a new routine is. And that also means it can be a great time to let go of some old habits, some old routines, and to start with some new ones. I wanted to know how often we are doing things just out of routine, just out of a habit, without even thinking. And as it turns out, psychologists say that 40% of what we do, that means the times that you and I walk into the kitchen to get something, or we open a drawer to get something out of it, or we open a cabinet, or we go to a particular classroom, or we have a certain kind of food we like for lunch. 40% of the time, we're doing all of that out of habit or routine. Habits and routines can be really powerful because that means that almost half the time we can be doing things without even really thinking about it. But when we start into some new routines, some places where we're making new habits, that can be a great time to say, is this a habit or a routine I really need to keep? Or there's some new habits or routines I could make that would be better? There's a guy in the New Testament, his name is Paul. He loved Jesus and he wanted to tell people about Jesus. He helped start a lot of churches and he wrote letters to those churches to help the new Christians understand some of the best ways they could love and follow Jesus too. One of the things that he wrote about in a letter in 1 Timothy was he warned that there were people in the community who were getting in the habit, they were getting in the routine of not really getting stuff done that they needed to at home or at work. And they were just going from a friend's house to a friend's house and they were gossiping and wasting time. And Paul was like, whoa, hey, let's not get into those kinds of habits. Let's make sure that we're being really thoughtful about what we are doing. It makes me think about this verse in Ephesians, which is another letter that Paul wrote. And he was talking about how all of our habits, all of our routines, Jesus makes us new. And we have a chance to really think through how we are behaving, what we are doing. And part of what he says in this letter is, get rid of every form of dishonesty and lying. Don't let your emotions lead you to sin. Don't let anger control you. Don't talk about people. Don't steal from people. Instead, get your stuff done. Put on some new routines and some habits to get your homework done, your chores done, all of that. And that means you can make this new year of school one of your best ever. We want to give a big thank you to our sponsor, George Fox University. You can find out more about George Fox University at georgefox.edu. George Fox University is a Christ-centered, student-focused university. That means that when you're getting your education from George Fox University, you're going to make sure that the things that are really priority stay priority. So again, a big thank you to George Fox University for sponsoring God on the Go. And I'll see you next time for our next episode.